In this video, we're going to be writing an inequality from a graph. So here we're told that the graphs show the height restrictions, which we'll call h in inches, for two rides at an amusement park, ride A and ride B. We're going to write an inequality that represents the height restriction for each ride. So we're going to write two inequalities, one for ride A and one for ride B. So let's remember or refresh our memories about what our inequality symbols are. So we have greater than and less than, which give us open circles, and greater than or equal to and less than or equal to, which are closed circles. Notice how the less than and the less than or equal to look like sideways L's. So on ride A, we see that we have a closed circle. Closed circle. So we know that we're going to be looking at one of these two choices, right? One of those two choices. So next we want to see which direction are we pointing. We're pointing to the right where our numbers are getting larger. So they're pointing to larger numbers. So what word would go with larger? Would it be greater than or would it be less than? If you said greater than, you're right. So we're going to write our inequality using the greater than. Now we were asked to use h for the height, for our variable. So h, and we said we're going to use greater than, so greater than or equal to, because it was a closed circle, remember, and then that number. And that number is 48. So 48 inches. So h has to be greater than or equal to 48 inches. Let's take a look at ride B. So for ride B, we see that we have a open circle. Because it's open, that tells us it's going to be one of these two, either greater than or less than. So next let's look at the direction our arrow is pointing. So here we see our arrow is pointing this direction. So we ask ourselves, is that going towards bigger numbers or smaller numbers? And we see that it's going towards smaller numbers, which means we're going to use our less than, because that means smaller. So let's go ahead and let's write that. So we're going to use h again, and we're using our less than symbol because that means smaller, and it does not get a line under it because the circle is not closed, it's open. And then we're going to put our number at 52, so 52 inches. So the height for this ride is less than 52 inches. So if you're 52 inches, you're too tall to ride that ride. And these are our solutions.